You know, you mentioned in your slide just now, go green, sustainability. To meet up, the meeting with sustainability is important. Yeah. And we know a lot of time that is really costly. You need to put some investment in terms of facilities and people. Why you still do it?
Thank you, Aikin, members of panels. I think when people talk about sustainability, my building, World Trade Center KL, is almost 40 years old. One of the oldest exhibition hall, convention center in Malaysia. So at least we need to start something. Walk the talk, leadership by example. So one of the way that how we work with partners, especially for the solar, EVs, and now the food waste. We are now talking with the partners how we can translate and transform food waste to fertilizers, for example. And at the same time, how we practice the energy saving concept. So I know it's a bit costly, but we need to have a plan to ensure that at least the relevance, the visible, and the reliable convention center, so that at least we can attract PCOs and other event organizers to use and to partners in our venue. So I know at the end of it, there's a cost on it, but I believe that if we plan properly, we can create a good ecosystem and to promote sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's a good, you mentioned it's about a good ecosystem. It's actually back to the community. It's not about the key money return or ROI, but it's back to the community when everyone should put it into best practices.
Yes. As for me, we need to advocate this because when you talk about carbon net zero, carbon credit and others, how we can play our roles, especially as the industry players. Because sometimes certain policymakers will think how to connect with the carbon net zeros, carbon credit, and whatever that we do. So at the end of it, a lot of research needs to be done, and we need to have a lot of engagement and partners to work together to fulfill the elements of sustainability. Because when we talk about ICCA, I was in ICCA, I mean, everyone is talking about sustainability. In World Trade Center Association, everyone, especially the World Trade Centers in Taiwan, in other places, they are practicing sustainability almost to 100%. So what in World Trade Center KL? So one of the things that I believe that we need to start from something. So one of the things is that the solar rooftop, and this time the EV chargers, and then more and more food waste into fertilizers and others. And now how we contribute back to the society. Yeah. So this ecosystem is not just me myself. I think all of us can do it together too. Thank you.
Thank you. And we talk about community. We talk about looking at the macro system. So now I come to Yokohama, PACIFICO, and Matako-san. You mentioned about one of the role of PACIFICO Yokohama is also be international connected. How you work with, why is that important you are working with the rest of the city or unique venue to promote that?
大丈夫ですか? すみません. Sorry, I was in the middle of something just now.
Okay,
can you repeat your question?
Yes. Because remember that when we were in PACIFICO, you actually bring us to other places. Why is that important? That as a venue, you introduce other places.
はい。So, 横浜というのは実はそんなに歴史がある町ではありません。1859年に港ができて150年ちょっとの歴史がありませんので、実は魅力ある歴史的な観光スポットというのに欠けています。ですので、周辺の歴史である町、たくさんの魅力を持った町との連携が必要になってくるということであります。
Because Yokohama doesn't have a very long history, like other city, Tokyo or Kyoto. So Yokohama was built from around 1859. So in the disadvantage of the history aspect, so they need to work together with the locals to bring up more the beauty of Yokohama City.
Thank you. It's like what you mentioned earlier on also is part of the destination marketing and also bring in more understanding to bring in more PCO and event planner to be in Pacific Yokohama.
はい、そうなんです。横浜だけではなくて周辺の都市とはお客様をですね受け入れる連携の MOU とかを締結しています。そういった皆さんをですね、特に PCO の方、あるいはコンベンションの主催者の皆様、実際に体験できるようにファームトゥアードもいたしましてですね、周知に努めているということであります。
Yeah, so actually they are having a number of MOU with the local business. More to they have a major or also mid-sized private enterprise, so that they can also build up together with the locals. すいませんが PCO っていうのがちょっと説明。
はい、プロフェッショナルコングレスオーガナイザー。
はい。Sorry. Yeah. So that's why they are doing they call it more to private and public partnership model, so that they can work together with the locals together to bring up the Yokohama city.
Thank you. And these are some of the examples that how venue would able to kind of like work together with the community, with other events as well, other event planners. So now I think the question is for Jason from the floor. As like a PCO, how do you adapt with a colleague in Generation Z era? You mentioned that especially on their, you know, immense idea in creating events.
Oh, I think it's okay. I have two boys. They are all Generation Z. Normally, I don't talk to them what they should do, and what they need to achieve. But sometimes when you communicate with the Generation Z, my experience is just probably just give them some, pictures or ideas, and don't tell them into details. I think they always have their own way to deliver something, and you are not asking them to do something, but instead of you probably can ask many questions to them instead of you telling them how to do it. That's my experience about it.
More on the empowerment.
Yeah, kind of, and not to because different generation we have different mindset, and they have their different way to deliver what they want to do. Yeah.
Thank you. And we're all three here that with a lot of experience and also attended a lot of meetings, visited a lot of venues. I have like questions about now I see the video on from the 3 decades. I wanted to ask from a venue perspective, why is that? What is the main changes from before to now? Because we talk about sustainability, we talk about we need to build facilities like Jason you mentioned about. We need to be inclusive more. We need to look at different diversity. Don't you think it's something that is a mission impossible? Like for venue, like how can we learn step by steps? Maybe I'll start with Jason because you have the Tainan.
Okay. I think from the center's point of view, I think the Queen Sirikit Convention Center in Bangkok just set a very good example for the center in the future. For example, they are located in the park, so it's all surrounding by green, and also they are located in the city center. I think it's quite hard for many cities to find a piece of land like this, and they use a lot of glasses instead of wall, so you can see you can see you can see the outside from inside, and you also can let the sunshine, the light coming in, and you don't really feel yourself you are in a box. for most of the convention center, we build like a box, okay? And Kuala Lumpur Convention Center also very nice in a way. And also the Queen Sirikit Convention Center, they create a lot of networking space, you know, during the corridor. I think it's very nice for the attendee. They can sit, they can walk on the table and when they are attending the meetings. And also they combine with the shopping area altogether. So people not only go to the center for business event, they probably also can go to the center for, you know, for shopping, for eating, for gathering with the family. So it's open to all. It's not only for the people who has the business purpose to be there. They can be there as a family gathering in the afternoon or in the evening. So that's what I see. There's a change for the centers.
To make it more purposeful and diversified.
Yes, and designed for everybody, not only for the participants attending the exhibition and conventions.
Thank you. And Dato Street, I add on to that because Jason mentioned, remember that Justin have the presentation, we talk about building different facilities like nursing room, even the prayer room and this and that. What like WC's, because it's like from old now, it changed. Are you adding on more facilities to cater for special needs?
Yeah, of course, we are talking about collaboration and partnership with technology partners, 5Gs. At the same time, I was talking with Francis just now, the quiet room. And then we also have we're talking with for the nursery, which is using the apps like Kiddo Care. So this is something that we decided to do, uplift, reskilling and cross-skilling. But important notes that collaborations and partnership. I saw Dato Rose from Sabah Convention Center. I was talking with her this morning, how we can collaborate. So this is the one way that how we integrate each other. Because just to share with all of you, post-COVID-19, most of the cost is increasing. I'm not sure about all of you, but for me, all increase. When it increase, we need to make sure low investment, high impact. So for World Trade Center KL, from time to time, we're going to do upgrading. And the last project that I want to share with you going to be next year, is going to be ready, is our new hipster cafe, which is near to the river, beside the river. We call it, it's Riverine, meeting of two river, hipster cafe, to create another ecosystem, where at night, where there will be a lot of activities, especially with the Gen Z, because Gen Z love to have flea markets and others. So this is one of the things that we need to create a lot of ecosystem to make ourselves visible, reliable, and relevant, especially in the business event, economy, and industry. Thank you.
Thank you. And Makoto-san, from the Japan, like, do you all do more changes to fit? Yeah.
パンデミックが終わってからやはり参加される方はリアルに集まる意義というかですね、これをですね従来以上に求めるようになってきたと思います。そのために例えば横浜でコンベンションを開催するときに横浜でコンベンションを開催しないと味わえないような新しい体験、これを作り出していくことが必要だろうと思っておりまして、先ほどありました他の都市との連携っていうのはそういう意味もあります。はい、新しい体験ができるようなことを作り出していきたい。これがキーワードだと思います。
He was mentioning the key point that they are focusing is to create a new experience for the participants because they are focusing, their main target is to make the places that other places couldn't experience it so that they can attract more participants. And also after pandemic, the participants were greatly increased. So that's why they are looking into this aspect at this moment.
Thank you. And I see there is like a time that we are running. Please feel free to engage with the speakers. And I heard a lot about relevance. I heard a lot about like we need to embrace the changes. Are we really transforming? How we can make link business event back to the community. and venue, and also a lot of our leaders here, CEO, are committed to make different changes, to build facilities, to build needs, and to cater for different group of delegates. But you agree with us that we are actually in the industry that driving for a lot of improvement for the community. Right? If we have one word to talk about future business event to be, what would you say? Just one word. Jason, would you like to say?
Okay. So one word pop up into my mind is to be, okay, to be creative and to think outside of the box. Yeah.
Creative and outside the box. What about that?
One word,
Yes.
sexy.
Ah. Why? You can ask about what is the sexiness about business event. And Dato, one word
Yeah.
about.
New experience.
Ah, right. It's a great experience. Thank you very much. And and hope you all have the good sessions.